This is our first class of class 8 physics, and the first chapter which we are going to discuss here is matter. Okay, so the first question which comes in our mind, what is matter? Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. Whatever we see around us is nothing but matter. So whether it be solid, whether it be liquid, whether it be gas, all comes under matter. And we all are familiar with three states of matter, but there are also fourth state, that is called plasma, which we see in a star. It has very high temperature. So generally we know that there are three states of matter, so the solid, liquid and gas, but the fourth one is known as plasma. I repeat, plasma. Okay, so matter is made up of a very basic fundamental particle that is called atom. Atom is the smallest particle which combine to form again molecule, and these molecules which they combine and they form matter. Okay, so whenever you divide a matter, whenever you break a matter into pieces, the finest particle, the smallest particle which we will be getting, that is the atom. So atom is called the fundamental particle of any matter, whether it be solid, whether it be liquid, or whether it be gas. Now based upon the arrangement of the particles, that is atoms, this matter is being further explained from kinetic theory of matter. So there are few postulates. Few postulates are there which describes what are the characteristic of a matter. A matter is made up of what? A matter, whenever any substance is comes under the solid, liquid and gas, how we differentiate between these all. So it depends upon the attraction between the particles. So one by one we will come across what are the postulates of kinetic theory of matter. Okay, kinetic theory of matter. Kinetic theory of matter. So the first postulate is saying that here let us describe all the postulates of kinetic theory of matter. So the first postulate is saying that all the matter is made up of matters are made up of smallest particle called atom. So the first postulate is saying that all the matter is made up of finest particle called atom, and atoms are indivisible. You cannot divide any atom. The atoms are not destroyable also. So we cannot divide, we cannot destroy. So all the matters are made up of smallest particle called atom. Second point is saying that atoms are separated by a interparticle space. Okay, so atoms, there are in you say interatomic space between the atoms, or the particles here, particles are the atoms here. So there are interparticle or interatomic space, both are same. So if the particles are very close enough, so interatomic force will be more. And likewise, if the molecules are very close enough, we say that intermolecular force. So when we are considering molecules, then we have to say intermolecular force, or when we say the atoms, we have to say interatomic particles, right? So atoms are separated by an interparticle space, and if the attraction between the two atoms is maximum, we say the space is minimum. So if the space is minimum, the force of attraction will be more, and conversely, if space is more, the force of attraction will be less. So basically what we know, that there are some attraction between the particles. So there is always an attraction between the particles. That is according to kinetic theory of matter. And the third point, we say that the atoms or the molecules, they are in a constant motion. So they're constantly moving from one place to another. That is, here the motion of the particles is random. Okay, and whenever the particles, whenever they collide throughout the container or throughout its outer surrounding, always the kinetic energy is conserved. Okay, so there is no loss of kinetic energy. So all the kinetic theory of matter, all the postulates will be given after the session. I will be giving the notes and all, so you need to copy down. In a fair copy, you maintain a fair copy, and as soon as the school gets reopened, you need to show me, right? So I will be giving some home task also that you need to do very carefully, and do not skip the videos, and you do what as directed by me, right? So you see, now when we say force of attraction between the particles, what are the force of attraction? Force of attraction. Force of attraction between the particles. Okay, so there are two types of force. One is called adhesion, and one is called cohesion. Okay, there are two forces. One is called adhesive force and one is called cohesive force. So what do you mean by adhesive force? The force which exists between different types of molecules, different substances. That is called force of adhesion or force of adhesive force. And force of cohesion means the force between the similar molecules. Whenever there is a force between the similar molecules than that of different molecules, we say that the force of cohesion. So let's see these two forces with one example, right? Suppose we have one container, right? In this container, we have filled this container A with water. Okay? So this is a container A, we have filled with water, that is H2O, right? Now similarly, in another container, the similar container we have taken made up of glass. Let us consider there is a container B and I have taken here mercury, right? That is Hg, mercury. So you see, when I poured here water, the force of attraction between water and the glass is maximum as compared to water molecules and water molecules. Okay, so water is just sticking with the outside container and will get a concave shape. You see, concave shape is this one, right? This is called a concave shape. And when we say convex, convex is this one, that is bulging part is outside and that is cave side is inside in case of concave. So when water is poured in one container made up of glass, so we find a concave, and this is called meniscus. This line or the level of the water, this is called meniscus. So what we consider here as concave meniscus. Meniscus, right? So if I ask when does a concave meniscus forms? Concave meniscus forms when the adhesive force between the molecules is more than the cohesive force. Okay, so here molecules are sticking with the molecules of water is sticking with the molecules of a glass, so adhesive force is more. Here adhesive force is more than cohesive force between the water molecules that is sticking with the glass. Okay, am I clear? Similarly, in case of container B, when we have poured here mercury, the mercury is not sticking with the outer surface. You see, it's not, so we are getting a convex. So this is a convex shape. Okay, so in this case, force of cohesion between the mercury molecules is more than the force of adhesion between the mercury and the glass. So in this case, we get a cohesive force is greater than adhesive force. I repeat, when a glass container is containing water, here adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, and when a container is containing a mercury, here cohesive force is greater than adhesive force. Okay, so I'll just summarize it up. What is adhesive force? The force between two two different molecules or two different substances is called adhesive force, and force of cohesion is the force between two similar molecules or two similar substances. Okay. So states of matter, already I have explained there are three states of matter. One is solid, liquid and gas. In solid, the atoms or molecules are very close to each other. So as the molecules are very close to each other, as the atoms are very close to each other, so interatomic space or intermolecular space is very less, due to which their attraction is maximum, and so the shape is very definite. And in case of liquid, the force of attraction is less as compared to solid, okay, due to arrangement of molecules or arrangement of atoms. Okay, they are less closely packed. And in case of gas, the atoms or molecules, they are very far enough, due to which the interatomic or intermolecular force is very minimum. So there are differences between solid, liquid and gas. I'll just give a tabular form and just you will note from there. Okay, so you'll write a difference between solid, liquid and gas just after the session. So you see, if I say compressibility, in terms of compressibility, differentiate between solid, liquid and gas. In terms of compressibility, solid can't be compressible, so compressibility is very less in case of solid, and in case of liquid it is more than that of solid, right? And in case of gas, the compressibility is very high. So you cannot compress a solid term because the atoms are very close to each other and they are very hard or brittle, so we cannot compress, or rather it will get broken. Okay, so there is a difference. And fluidity in case of solid is very less. Fluid, when we say as fluid, the something which is ability, the substance which has an ability to flow is called fluid. So the fluidity of solid is very less, that is, you can consider very zero. Okay, and in case of liquid, it is less than that of gas. In gas, the fluidity is, it can just diffuse when it is left in the room or in any open surrounding. Okay, so the next topic which I will be discussing, that will be just continue in the next session. That's our next video, and after the video I will be giving some notes. Just copy it down, right?